You know, there were half dozen families in this town that came down after the war and bought up most of the land in this county. Like Craig Wall, Clay Britton Jr., the Myrtle Beach and Grand Strand had never had the political will and any political power. But they knew that they had all this very valuable land. They began to talk about how they could create this institution from pine trees.
And in the spring of '73, we were housed behind the Singleton building in an old mobile home right up against the ditch that some people may remember. But there were 5 of us in there. Dr. Carr, Professor Baxley, Will Garland, Professor Garland, and Sebastian Saxena. I can remember walking out of there more than once, and the colonel, the way that the colonel would do these things, we'd get out, we'd look back over the trees toward where the wall building is now. Of course, there was nothing but just forest there, nothing. And he would say, one day, we're going to have a college of business over there. And there was never any doubt in our minds that that was going to happen.
Well, you know, I started at Coastal in fall of 1977 when we were called the Division of Business Administration.
1980, when I first walked in the classroom and started getting to know the students, and the business faculty was very, very small, probably less than 10 people. We got along good, we had fun together, worked hard, we taught our butts off.
Then we changed from the Division of Business Administration to the School of Business Administration.
Selected students from the School of Business at the college are taking their education from the classroom to the boardroom by meeting and learning at businesses like Canal Industries.
Really helps everybody understand what we're here for and what we're going to face when we get in the real world after graduation.
Coastal was a good bit smaller back then. I think we were under 4,000 students, and the business college was not yet the Wall College. I'm guessing off the top of my head, we maybe had 10 business professors. And I really could not have had a better experience over the 2 years that I was at Coastal. And I would attribute it to the environment that the business college had with small classrooms and professors that really took an interest in it.
But there used to be a course in the curriculum, I don't think it's there anymore, called Introduction to Business. And I had 10 to 15, maybe 20, 25. And I can remember in later years teaching it with 70 people. So I saw a lot of growth.
Coastal Carolina College is the only institution, bar none, that will show an increase in full-time equivalent enrollment by the year 1990, the only one in the state of South Carolina.
Last night thought about my dealings and relationships with Mr. Wall. I remember one time we were riding out around the campus, and he said, Bill, you see those trees out there, they're sort of close together. I said, yes, sir. He said, well, we'll take care of that if you want us to. I said, yes, we'd like you to do that. He said, you know, trees together, close together, don't do well. They don't grow well. The same thing with people. So I know he knows that now we are crowded from an area standpoint, but we're not going to be crowded in a few years, and I know he had that thought in his mind too.
Many individuals were vital to the effort, but in my opinion, I don't think anyone was more vital than Craig Wall Jr. With the status that he had across the Carolinas, but particularly in Columbia, he could open a lot of doors and gain a lot of support from the major power brokers in a very quiet manner, which was his preferred style.
He was also convinced that this was the right thing to do. I'll never forget the day we were at the Commission on Higher Education in Columbia when they voted in our favor. And Craig actually cried that day. And so he was so, and a part of that might have been because he realized his father felt like this was the best thing for Coastal, but a big part of it was that he himself felt like it was the best thing for Coastal.
Without a vision like Mr. Wall had, Craig, the sons and daughters of Horry County would not have Coastal Carolina College. The community of Horry County was the driving force behind this institution and the driving force behind the E. Craig Wall School of Business.
Being independent has also allowed us the opportunity to grow with the tourism industry. And it's been extremely positive, not only to this area, but to the state and also to this nation.
Needless to say, my family is absolutely thrilled as we break ground for this magnificent building. And once again, we express our appreciation to those people responsible for this day.
The Wall building will total more than 102,000 square feet and will be the largest building on the Coastal Carolina campus. And I might also add, in that not only will it be the largest building, it will also be among the most attractive.
Seeing it go up from the ground up, I was over there every day just looking, pretending like I knew what I was doing, you know, and seeing the construction go up.
I mean, we would drive around here to see what it looked like. Any chance we got to come walk through while it was being constructed, we did that. So yeah, we were all looking forward to it.
To gain our independence and at the same time have the influence of the Wall family in founding the business college, it was kind of a wonderful timing, if nothing else. And then, of course, that led us to do stuff that we as an institution had dreamed about doing for a long, long time, is setting our own path.
We envisioned get our accreditation. We envisioned that we would get the PGM program. We were able to do a collaborative MBA with Winthrop and Wall Fellows program. But as we saw that we were getting more students that were interested in going to work, but they wanted to strive for more. Maybe they wanted to be international. Maybe they wanted to go to, Wall Street, whatever it takes.
Collectively, we've always had a goal of being the best undergraduate business college in the region, and I think we've extended that almost to the point where we think we could be the best undergraduate business college in the nation.
I think first and foremost, we got an outstanding university. Our Wall College of Business is AACSB accredited. It puts us in the top 5% of business schools in the world.
The accreditation that the school carries has, of course, always been a huge deal, and surprisingly is still a big deal whenever comparing programs and that sort of stuff.
I came to Coastal mainly because the staff here is incredible. Just the people here are so great. They made you feel like it was a family, made you feel at home.
Being able to sit in a class with about 20 to 30 at the most has made it to where I can have great relationships with my professors and just all around great relationships with the students as well.
My first thought when I reflect on my time at Coastal is that it was a place where I got to try stuff and fail. I had the opportunity to have professionals and professors and adults say, yeah, go ahead, try it out. Let's see what happens.
What I learned here at Coastal through finance and economics has made me successful in the tech world.
And I think that was a real gift that the Wall faculty and the college and the program, the overall design of the experience gave me, was it didn't just feed me, it taught me how to fish.
I used to ask myself, is this really going to help me down the road? And did not have an answer then, but now I see that.
The golf management program is great here. I decided to come here just for that. It's one of the best schools in the country for it. There's so many golf courses. You can go anywhere within 5 miles and find about 20 golf courses.
The Wall Fellows program to me is teaching college students how to become leaders in the real world.
It's nothing you really see with other universities. You don't see students putting on entrepreneur showcases, huge events where you have 200 plus people attending.
What you remember when you leave, you remember the things you did, not the textbook you memorized.
Kobe Institute is a great way for students to grow connections between the classroom to the real world of business.
We want to give all of our students a very applied learning experience, learning by doing. So we're involved in research projects, we're involved in simulations, we're involved in case studies.
Get their hands on real money, go into stock market, invest, learn like the professionals and do exactly what the professionals are doing.
So they're getting to apply the learning that they have in the classroom, and they recognize that they have contributions to make.
I've been very impressed with the growth of Wall College of Business. That's been really exciting to see and makes me proud to be a graduate of Wall College of Business.
It's important for us to be a leader in that conversation about what's going on and what's important to the Grand Strand.
We take what we do on the inside, which is our research, our education, and then we take it out into the community. We bridge from the community to the inside of the university.
I've been a part of Each One Teach One since 9th grade. They give us opportunities to learn more things that we can use in school, and like the business aspects and stuff, that everybody needs business.
There's 25 companies represented here today, and they're all looking for interns and employees. It's a great opportunity for students.
I get chills every time I think about my future, and I am just so grateful for all the things that Coastal has afforded me.
Coastal kind of gave me the tools necessary to be able to develop to what we have, which is why I think my wife and I are so passionate about giving back to Coastal.
What began as a united effort in the 1950s has led to Coastal Carolina University that pay back real economic benefits and cultural dividends to all of our communities every year.
Even trees have their roots connected underneath, and if one tree gets sick, then they share nutrients with that tree so the tree becomes healthy again. We as human beings are part of nature, and in nature, nothing exists that doesn't serve or benefit or help something else.
That's the kind of people that the Walls were, and some of the other folks like the Britons and those folks too. I think it's that local enthusiasm, that local support always, not just financially, but just we're here for you and we'll do everything we can.